Hello there. Welcome to Panda's Kitchen. Today we are making mushroom and dill pasta. So sometime last year, Toni and I went to this restaurant and it was a mushroom and dill pasta, and the flavors just really kind of stuck with me, and I promised myself I would try to recreate that, and today we're doing it. I'm shooting from the hip here, not using a recipe. I'm just gonna go off of my intuition and it's gonna turn out delicious. Let's pitter patter and get at her. First things first, as with any pasta video that I do, get that water boiling right away. Remember to always salt your pasta water, kids. First thing we're going to prep vegetable-wise is going to be the garlic. We're just going to do a really rough sort of mince here. I'm trying to keep this as simple and easy as possible. So with your knife, just give everything a good old whack. Yeah. And this is 3 cloves of garlic. To me, garlic is always a very customizable amount, right? So you can do it as much or as little as you want. Alrighty. So nice and simple, all the skins are off. Just give them more smacky smack. And then just give everything a nice chop with your knife. So we're just gonna transfer this to a bowl. Next is going to be half of an onion. And we're just gonna do a relatively fine dice on this. This is a bench scraper.
Wow.
I think you should have one in your kitchen if you want. They're very good at scraping up things and putting it into other things, you know what I'm saying? I found it really useful to just do exactly what I'm doing right now on the screen. Pretty handy. Next we have mushrooms.
You're such a dork.
These are 10 ounces of just white button mushrooms. I think you can go ahead and use whatever you want here, but this is what I was feeling today. And now we're just gonna pluck out all the stems. Make sure you compost. Please compost. Now that we have all of our mushrooms plucked, cut into thin slices. Mushrooms all done. Might seem like a lot of mushrooms, and that's because it is.
You can tell by the way it is.
You can tell by the way it is. Get this in another bowl. Our next ingredient, les dill. I'm going to be looking for around 2 tablespoons that we're going to cook with, and we'll use some other pieces of it for garnish. We'll just pluck off this crab from the stem. We don't want to use the stem. Dill can be a pretty strong flavor, so be careful not to go overboard with this. That looks like to be about 2 tablespoons to me. A small handful of dill. We'll use the rest for garnish, and we can always chop up more, right? You can always put more in, can never take it out. Bunch it together like this, and then just give it a rough chop. Choppy chop. And we want to get them pretty small because you don't want huge chunks of dill in your pasta. That'd be kind of strange. Use my knife to kind of get it even smaller. There's my dill. We're all about efficiency here. I don't need to put anything else in the bowl, so I'm just going to keep it here. Our mise is en place, and we're ready to go.
What?
Mise en place? It's a French term, meaning like all of your ingredients are prepped and ready to go. Let's head over to the stove. So basically, we're going to drop the pasta in and cook the sauce all at the same time. The sauce should be ready for us by the time the pasta is done, and we'll finish cooking the rest of the pasta in the sauce, and we'll have something delicious. It's a pretty common theme here. You've heard me say these terms a lot, but this is like honestly the secret to making really good, flavorful, and creamy pasta without using any cheese whatsoever. Isn't that banging? We'll cook the pasta per the package directions, minus 2 minutes. So in my case, it will be 7 minutes. 1 tablespoon of plant-based butter. This is good and gather, I think. From Target. What? In goes my garlic and my onion. And we'll cook this for 2 minutes until it softens. It becomes a little fragrant. Out of all of the plant-based things, I think butter is one of the easiest things to get accustomed to. Even if you aren't vegan or if you aren't plant-based, and just give it a shot. We're getting some good color on the onions. We're ready to go with our shrooms. Right away, I hit the mushrooms with a pinch of salt. This will help the mushrooms release their moisture faster, which is what we want. Because I'm doing a smaller serving of pasta today, we can use this frying pan so we can really practice our tossing skills. Get everything to the edge here and kind of push forward and then back, okay? But you can't half-ass it. Do it with some confidence, no? I feel like some pepper is gonna be really good here.
I'm sorry, what were you putting in there?
Pepper. Mushrooms are really forgiving in the sense it's basically impossible to overcook them. So we'll just use high heat to kind of get them rolling a little faster. But only like 3 or 4 minutes of cooking, so we're in a good spot right now. At this point, I think we're gonna add a full teaspoon of ground horseradish. This is optional. I think it'll add a nice little kick in the pants here. Let's just add a splash of white wine. This is really gonna help bring everything together here and add a nice amount of acidity. We're using 3 tablespoons of sauvignon blanc or any other white wine will do. Wine has evaporated. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of oat milk here. More like 4 tablespoons. So I'm gonna add 1 ladle of pasta water here, and look how starchy that water is, right? So this is perfect. Shake it, agitate a little bit, everything's gonna emulsify and come together. Transfer your cooked pasta directly into the pan. Look at those nudes! Pasta that we're using today is pappardelle, and it is one of the wider noodles that you can find, so I think this is gonna work really well with the sauce, but any long noodle will work. I think a tagliatelle would work well, a spaghetti, a linguine, any short pasta will work too. Use your imagination here. There's no wrong answer. Now we're just gonna mix everything well and cook the rest of the pasta in the sauce. So you see, like the noodles are so glossy right now because the sauce is binding with the pasta. That's a good sign. Let's add just a touch more pasta water here. And the important part of getting a cohesive sauce is making sure that you're constantly stirring and mixing all the ingredients around. So now at this point, taste one nude, make sure it's done. Ooh, okay. Needs more salt though. I mean, isn't that always the answer?
For you, yeah.
So to me, that's done. Let's turn off the heat, add in your dill. Quickly just kind of combine all this. All right, I think we're good. Let's get ready to serve. There you have it. Mushroom dill pasta. Sometimes I just go off the rails and kind of do my own thing, so that's really good. Wow, the dill's not overpowering at all. It's just like a, hey, that's pretty good. Oh, look at that.
Really good, but it's different. It's like probably not something that a lot of people have had before.
No, it's not. These noodles are just so fun.
Way to go, Good and Gather.
Good and Gather, Target, guys. Target makes really good pappardelle. I think it's the best pappardelle.
And it's egg free. Nailed it.
I don't know, it's like comforting, but like doesn't feel like I'm going to gain 1,000 pounds after eating it.
Do you think if someone doesn't have fresh dill, they can just use the dried dill?
I think you could, but as with everything, fresh, whatever works better. Let me know what happens if you do that though. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for watching.
Let us know what you would like to see next.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
What does a mushroom sit on? A toadstool. Why are mushroom children so good?
Why?
They don't want to get into truffle.
Oh, god damn it.